When you hear the name TAG Heuer, you probably think of precision, craftsmanship, and motorsport heritage. For decades, TAG has symbolized luxury on the wrist, watches that blend performance and prestige. But over the last few years, the Swiss brand has quietly been wading into a new frontier, smart technology. And now, with their latest release, they've taken their boldest leap yet. Meet the TAG Heuer Connected Calibre E5, a smartwatch that refuses to act like one. It doesn't just aim to keep up with Apple or Samsung. It aims to redefine what a luxury smartwatch should be. Elegant, powerful, timeless, and unmistakably TAG. This new generation is not just an update. It's a transformation. Because for the first time ever, TAG has moved away from Google's Heuer OS and built its own software from the ground up, something called TAG Heuer OS. Yes, it's still based on the Android open-source project, but every single detail, every animation, every menu transition has been re-engineered to feel purely TAG. That change is massive. It's more than a technical shift, it's a philosophical one. Instead of depending on another company's software vision, TAG has taken control of its own destiny. They've built an ecosystem where design, performance, and luxury live in perfect harmony. And here's what's truly interesting. For the first time ever, this watch is officially made for iPhone. If you've ever tried to pair a previous TAG connected with your iPhone, you'll remember the struggle. Slow syncing, drop connections, laggy notifications. All of that is gone. The E5 offers the kind of seamless integration iOS users have always wanted. You get instant pairing, consistent notifications, and buttery smooth operation. It's like Apple Watch-level performance, but wrapped inside a case worthy of a Swiss luxury catalog. Android users haven't been left behind either. You'll still get the full suite of sports tracking, wellness data, and customization options, all delivered through TAG's new OS. The only catch: no Google Play Store. That means no third-party apps or Google Pay. But let's be real. If you're buying a $1,600 TAG Heuer smartwatch, chances are you're not losing sleep over installing yet another weather widget. Because that's the heart of this product. Luxury first, tech second. It's not about throwing features at you. It's about refinement, doing less but doing it better. Now let's talk about the design. Because design is where TAG always wins. At first glance, the E5 looks every bit like a classic TAG Heuer chronograph. The brushed steel, the polished ceramic bezel, the bold numerals, it all screams heritage. But when the display lights up, the illusion breaks just enough to remind you this is the future. This time, you've got two case sizes, 45mm and 40mm. The larger one is bold and confident, perfect for wrists that like a little presence. The smaller one, though, is something special. It gets a domed sapphire crystal reminiscent of those vintage glassbox chronographs that collectors love. It's that subtle curve that catches the light just right, giving it a warmth and nostalgia that most smartwatches lack. Meanwhile, the 45mm version sticks with a flat crystal and classic ceramic bezel. The look most people associate with TAG's racing DNA. Every line, every lug, every click of the pushers feels deliberate. You press a button, and there's that signature mechanical click. Crisp, satisfying, luxurious. You can choose between stainless steel, black DLC titanium, or rose gold PVD finishes, each one radiating a different character. The steel feels timeless. The black DLC screams stealth. The rose gold? Pure elegance. And as always, TAG lets you mix and match with straps. Rubber for sport, leather for sophistication, nylon for that rugged modern vibe, or even metal for that all-day executive look. This isn't just a smartwatch. It's a piece of jewelry that happens to be smart. Now, let's talk about that display. The AMOLED screen has been upgraded. It's brighter, richer, and sharper than ever. TAG isn't revealing the exact brightness numbers, but trust me, you'll notice the difference the moment you see it in sunlight. The blacks are deep, the colors are punchy, and the touch response feels smoother than any previous generation. The watch faces, TAG has clearly poured love into these. You get digital recreations of classic Carrera and Monaco dials, animated chronographs, minimalist designs, even sporty hybrid faces that show wellness metrics like heart rate and step count integrated seamlessly into the dial. Every face has that TAG DNA. It looks like a Swiss chronometer brought to life. Under the hood, the performance has been completely re-engineered. Faster processor, more efficient chip management, and refined battery control. The 45mm version can last up to 3 days in low-power mode or about 2 days in normal use. The 40mm gives you roughly 2 days total, depending on how hard you push the sensors. And when you need juice fast, just 30 minutes of charging gets you a full day. That's luxury convenience right there. But this isn't just a pretty gadget. TAG has taken fitness and wellness tracking seriously this time. Inside, you'll find a full suite of health sensors: dual-band GPS, heart rate, SpO2, HRV, and sleep tracking, all tied together in the new TAG Heuer Wellness Dashboard. Unlike most generic fitness apps, TAG's approach feels purposeful and elegant. The interface uses clean typography, smooth gradients, and easy-to-read metrics. Your steps, calories, workouts, and recovery are presented not like a spreadsheet, but like a personalized performance journal. It motivates you without overwhelming you. And for the golfers out there, the Calibre E5 Golf Edition is an absolute dream. It's more than a cosmetic variant. You get faster GPS lock, automatic shot tracking, detailed scoring, and over 40,000 course maps preloaded and ready to go. It's like having a digital caddy on your wrist, one that just happens to look incredible. Then there's something really cool: TAG's collaboration with New Balance. The two brands join forces to create a limited edition version that pairs with the New Balance Fuel Cell SC Elite V5 running shoes. The watch features a black DLC titanium case, a sporty textile rubber strap inspired by New Balance's design language, and matching custom watch faces that echo the shoe's bold accents. It's a fusion of performance and fashion, designed for athletes who refuse to compromise on either. But make no mistake, this watch isn't chasing Apple, Garmin, or Samsung. TAG isn't trying to out-feature them. It's chasing refinement. That delicate intersection where craftsmanship meets smart technology. When you buy a TAG Heuer Connected Calibre E5, you're not buying a gadget. You're buying a TAG. A watch that happens to understand your heart rate, your steps, your sleep, and your calendar, but never forgets that it's a piece of luxury horology first. Now let's get real for a second. Luxury smartwatches are a tough sell. Tech evolves fast, luxury evolves slow. The moment a chip improves, last year's watch becomes outdated. But TAG has done something clever here. They made a smartwatch that feels timeless. If the tech ever fades, the design doesn't. You could easily imagine someone wearing this 10 years from now, and it's still looking sharp. That's rare in the tech world. The Calibre E5 starts at about $1,600 for the 40mm on a rubber strap. Step up to the 45mm in stainless steel, and you're around $1,700 to $1,900. Want the black DLC titanium or Golf Edition? You're looking at around $2,400. Yes, that's steep. But remember, this isn't trying to compete with a $400 smartwatch. This is Swiss luxury meeting silicon intelligence. Let's pause for a moment and talk about the OS, because that's arguably the biggest story here. TAG Heuer OS has been rebuilt from scratch, designed to look and feel like the brand itself. Smooth animations mimic the sweep of a mechanical chronograph hand. The fonts echo TAG's typography. The icons, the menus, even the way the watch transitions between screens. Everything feels cohesive and deliberate. Performance-wise, it's snappy. There's no lag scrolling through tiles, and haptic feedback feels crisp, not buzzy. It's subtle but premium. You feel every vibration as a gentle tap, rather than a rattle. That's what separates a luxury experience from a generic one. Even small touches show TAG's attention to detail. The always-on mode, for example, subtly dims your dial while preserving that signature TAG glow. The watch transitions from full brightness to ambient mode gracefully. No harsh flicker, no sudden blackout. It feels organic, like the fading tick of a mechanical watch winding down. And while there's no Google Play Store, TAG includes its own curated ecosystem. You'll find everything you actually need, wellness tracking, weather, notifications, music control, and exclusive tag experiences. It's focused, intentional. The idea is to keep the watch elegant and consistent rather than bloated with random apps. The E5's case construction is another area where TAG shows its craftsmanship. The transition between the lugs and the strap feels seamless. The pushers have been redesigned with a refined tactile click. The rotating crown has more resistance now. It feels like winding a mechanical watch. These details might sound minor, but they're what make the E5 feel expensive. When you lift it off your wrist, you notice the balance. It's not top-heavy like some smartwatches. The curved lugs hug your wrist naturally. Even the caseback sensors are flush, so the watch sits comfortably whether you're wearing it at the gym or under a dress shirt. The build quality is exactly what you'd expect from Switzerland. Meticulous. Every edge is polished to perfection. The ceramic bezel resists scratches. The sapphire crystal feels like glass armor. And the straps, especially the perforated rubber and calfskin leather, are soft yet durable. It's luxury you can feel every time you put on. Let's talk about the philosophy behind the Connected series. TAG Heuer isn't trying to become a tech brand. It's reminding the tech world that watches can have soul. When Apple and Samsung focus on features, TAG focuses on feel. When others chase data, TAG chases design. The E5 doesn't bombard you with information, it whispers it. It doesn't demand your attention, it earns it. There's a kind of quiet confidence in this watch. It knows it doesn't need to scream to be noticed. The moment someone sees it on your wrist, they recognize it's not just another smartwatch. It's a statement, a reflection of taste, of style, of appreciation for heritage blended with innovation. And speaking of heritage, TAG's roots in motorsport are alive here. The chronograph style faces, the tachymeter bezels, the racing-inspired straps. It all ties back to that adrenaline-fueled history. When you wear the E5, you're not just tracking time, you're carrying a legacy that began on the racetrack decades ago. For the modern luxury consumer, that balance between tradition and technology is everything. We live in an age where style and function can no longer be separated. A smartwatch can't just be smart, it has to be beautiful. And that's exactly what TAG understands. Now, let's talk about real-world use. Notifications? Flawless. Whether you're on iPhone or Android, messages pop up instantly. You can read, dismiss, or reply right from the wrist. The vibration motor feels precise, just enough to alert you without interrupting your moment. Music control works seamlessly. Fitness tracking, surprisingly accurate. The dual-band GPS nails your route, even in dense urban areas. Heart rate readings are consistent with professional chest straps. Sleep tracking gives detailed breakdowns of REM, deep, and light stages. And then there's performance longevity. TAG says the E5's components are future-ready. Firmware updates and optimizations will continue over time. That's reassuring when you're spending luxury watch money on smart tech. But perhaps the most powerful thing about the TAG Heuer Connected Calibre E5 isn't any one feature. It's how it makes you feel. You look at it and you see refinement. You wear it and you feel confidence. You interact with it and you experience craftsmanship in motion. It's not trying to replace your phone. It's trying to complement your life, to give you that blend of performance and personality that only a luxury watch can. Think of it as the Ferrari of smartwatches. Sure, you could buy something cheaper that technically does the same job, but it won't give you the same feeling, the same pride when you catch a glimpse of it under your sleeve, the same satisfaction when someone asks, "Is that a TAG?" That's the secret. TAG Heuer isn't competing in the smartwatch market, it's elevating it. For anyone looking for that perfect fusion of Swiss design and digital intelligence, the Connected Calibre E5 might just be the benchmark. It's proof that luxury and innovation don't have to live in separate worlds. They can coexist beautifully on your wrist. And maybe that's what makes this watch special. It's not just a tool. It's an experience, a reflection of who you are, someone who values crafts, manship, precision, and technology, but refuses to compromise on style. So, whether you're pairing it with a tailored suit, a racing jacket, or gym wear, the TAG Heuer Connected Calibre E5 looks right at home. It adapts, it performs, and most importantly, it endures. Because that's what true luxury does. It doesn't fade. It evolves. The Connected Calibre E5 isn't the future of smartwatches. It's the evolution of luxury itself. If you're someone who appreciates engineering that's both digital and mechanical, this is your watch. Not just for what it does, but for what it represents. Thank you for watching. If this deep dive helped you understand the TAG Heuer Connected Calibre E5 better, drop a like, hit subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss the next breakdown. We got more reviews, tech insights, and design stories coming your way. Because the best gear isn't just about specs, it's about experience. Stay curious, stay classy, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.